Okay, good morning. I'm gonna start showing you how to start using Python to download your Ancestry DNA matches for use in Charting Companion. Now, if you got like another utility, there's a company used to be around called Heirloom Software. They did a DNA Match Manager, or if you use the DNA JetCom client, which is a paid utility. There really is no need to use this method, but this is just another alternative for some people that don't have those other tools. So what it entails, well, here, give me 1 second. I've got some links here. I'll put in the chat. Python is a programming language or a scripting language. So you need to download and install Python, which is a free program, and it's available for Windows and Mac and other operating systems. And then you have to go to GitHub to download this Python script. Let me just start sharing the screen here. So the first one you go to is like, it's just python.org. Click on downloads and then it will automatically detect. I'm running on Windows. If you're doing this on a Mac, they'll say download for Mac OS. You just download this, install it, just take all the defaults. And then you'll go to GitHub. I closed that one, I shouldn't have. Yeah, a user, a Companion user wrote this. Yeah, so you'll just download this extract matches to csv.py. And there's also a README file, which kind of does give some instructions. I mean, it is stuff you have to type in, so it's not like just a point and click. But likewise, this script you can rename. And let me go to here, and this is just basically a text file here. Now, like, you don't really have to understand what everything means. The default, the one thing you may want to change is, like, if you want all your small matches, it defaults when you download this to a minimum centimorgans value of 22. So if you want to get more than 22, if you want to go clear down to 8 or even 6, if you save some of those, you'll just have to change this and save it. Then the matches.csv, that's just the file name. You can change that if you want to. Otherwise, that's how it will default. And the rest of this, I mean, if you're not a programmer, you don't really have to worry about what this all means. I mean, it just works. But that 22, that's probably the one value you may want to change. Now, to use this, what you'll do is you'll go to you'll go to Ancestry's website, and now you will have to use Firefox because that's the only one I know of that will allow you to save a web page as a text file. That is, I don't want Firefox, I want Ancestry. Now to do this, you just go to your DNA matches, and then now you just keep scrolling down until you get all the ones that you want, you know, because as you scroll down, okay, more will load, more will load. It always does the higher ones first, but basically you just keep scrolling down until you get all the matches you want. If you want to get, if you've got like 30,000 matches, and I mean, it will take a while, but you just keep scrolling down until you get them all. Once you got, say, okay, well, this is low enough. You just right click, say save page as, and then you want it as a text file. And then this is the default file name. You can rename it if you want. Yeah. Now, one thing you can do is if you got more than one DNA kit, while you're here, you can go select them, and then and do the same thing, save them. But this time you'd have to save it as a different name. So maybe you know, like mom matches. And then make sure it's still set as a text file. And this is where I got it. So here I got two files. That was the first match file. Here's the second one. You don't, because what this script will do is it will look for all text files, and then it will create one match file. Now to use this, you have to open up a command prompt. On Mac users, they'll open up terminal, and I will be doing this again in the Mac version, just because there are two minor differences you just have to be aware of. But for Windows, you just open up the command prompt. That's CMD Charlie Mary David. Oh, to get the GitHub, once you're back on, let me go back here. Let me just open up whoops, hang on here. Someone had asked on GitHub where that to download. Whoops, I don't want that. Yeah, there's only one PY file. It's this last file, extract matches to csv.py. If you just click on it, and or you can just save link as and then download it. And it's a good idea to save the script where you save your matches at. So in this case, I've got it in this directory. It's on my D drive. So okay, let's see. So so we got the command prompt. So now this is in the D drive. So I just type in D:, get to the D drive. Now I could type in D, J Fossey, Dropbox, genealogy matches, but I can just click on here and just copy. That's the paste. And then on the command prompt, you do CD, it stands for change directory. And then I just paste in that path. And then, so here I am. There's my, yeah, there's my 2 text files. Oh yeah, that's where I experimented with the HTML file. Let me get rid of that. Got my 2 match files. So now to run it, now all I gotta do is do Python and then type in that script name, extract matches to csv.py. Now, if you want, you can rename this so it's something easier to to uh, to type in. You know, you could just call it extract or something. But otherwise, it's just Python because it's a Python script, and then you give it the script name. You run it. There's not going to ideally, it's not going to say anything. It's just going to return back to a prompt. But if you look up here, now here it made a matches.csv file. And if you open it up, and then there's 5 fields, and this is everything that Charting Companion needs. Well, actually, it doesn't even need these first 2 fields. It's everything you want. Now, these first ones, this has my matches. This ID1, this is how Ancestry knows me. And then this number, this is how it knows my matches. And then if I scroll down, I can see, oh, here's my mom's matches. So it appends both those text files. And like I said, this will work for any number. If you got 40 files, 40 match files, you can just save them 40 different times, 40 different names, run the script, and I'll make one big match file. Now then, I used Family Tree Maker with it. So let's start up Charting Companion. Oh, before I start this is assuming now that you've added in these DNA kit backs or DNA markers. Because this is my great aunt Evelyn. This is how she matches at 88C8. And if I bring up this match file, bring up, yeah, Evelyn, here she is. You know, there's that number. Because this is how Charting Companion can match this Evelyn to the Evelyn that's in my tree. And also then I've got this kit number for myself. And you do that with the DNA markers or the DNA kit back. So that's that. And then these are just for different websites. You know, that's her GEDmatch, that's her my heritage number, but we're only worried about Ancestry and using this Python script right now. So that's how you do that. Then you just put in all your known matches. Now to use this, now we'll go into Charting Companion. And we run the DNA matrix chart, which is just an offshoot of the descendants chart. You pick what facts you want. For these, I generally just have it display the year. Layout DNA matrix, you have to, let me just remove this. You have to tell it you're going to do the DNA matrix, and now you're going to add your match file. So you go to where you saved it, which is genealogy matches. And now this will came up, okay, basically this kit one column sent them more. Basically it says, I don't know what format this file's in. And that's fine. It says undefined, so we just click on the file, so it's highlight, click on view. It throws that warning again. But now I can start assigning these columns. These first two columns you don't have to, because Charting Companion doesn't really care about them, but you say, okay, this one is the Centimorgans column. This one is the kit one. And this one is the kit two. And I mean, if you want, you can go in and say, okay, this is name one, name two, but Charting Companion doesn't really care about these. I mean, it cares about this one, the Centimorgans, is how much DNA you match, and then what the two kit numbers are. So this person matches this one at that amount. Click OK. You can select your options here, and then just hit preview. The first thing it does is it goes. Okay, that shouldn't have done that. Oh, I think. Let's see, top down, spoils below, descendants, DNA matrix. Let's see, YouTube find. I don't know. That's get one name. Yeah, no, I must have bumped something there. Oh, yeah, I've got to get out so it reloads the file. I'm not sure what happened there. Worked fine last night. You didn't think it's jet match. Well, okay. Well, when in doubt, let's do this. I really don't know what. Name matrix, expert mode. No, I don't care about those back types right now. Top down, spouse below. Now I've already defined that file, so I shouldn't have to redefine it again. Because in here, once I defined it, it created this header file. So that's how that tells Charting Companion what each of those columns mean. So that's why now it didn't ask for it. Display people. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me. I really don't know. Something must have. Yeah, I'm on Clarence. I'm gonna just go over to Chart Companion 7 real quick. I'm not, like I said, this was working last night, so I'm not sure it's DNA matrix. Like I said, it's still defined, so it says that. For the option to display those with DNA kits only, it doesn't mean just those that you have control over. It's basically everyone that you got a DNA match to. Okay, well. Okay, why is this not working? Yeah, it never fails, you know, when you're doing it live. Let me just add a different one real quick here. I might be running out of system resources because I've got a lot of stuff running in the background. Maybe that's what I should do is I'm going to stop sharing for a sec. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back to sharing. Okay. Yeah, the other one that did generate. Oh, yeah, no, I added a bunch, so I've got to unselect these. I guess I shouldn't have loaded up all these just to test, but okay, so we're only using that matches one now. So we hit preview. Yep, there we go. And because this was, yeah, because I was running another program in the background, and that was, it was probably a system resource thing. So let me change the color coding here just by gender. There, this makes it a little easier to read. There we go. Sorry about that. And likewise, it always puts parent and child right underneath each other. So, and this is how it does it. So it displays, how we're all matched on everyone. And then it also has my mom, so it's, oh no, this one didn't have my mom's. No, it should have. Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, anyway, this is how the DNA matrix then looks. And here I got a few things I got to figure out, and oops. But yeah, this is another system resource thing. So I probably got to reboot my computer for that to clear out. But um, let's here. Let me don't save that. I'm going to recreate that. Nice thing is with I kept the command prompt. If you hit F3, it will repeat what you had. You don't have to type it all over again. It matches, yeah, so that's me. And then yeah, my mom. Okay. And this still remembers everything. Yeah, this is, well, I'm not sure why my mom's matches aren't coming up because they should. Oh yeah, Plant Pamela and her grandson. So, but in a nutshell, that's how you create that match file. So, are there any questions on it? Otherwise, I'm going to stop sharing and I can show you the minor differences you have to do on the Mac version. I'm going to I'm just closing down stuff while I start up the Mac. So we can switch over to a Mac. This will just take a minute or two. Okay, you should all see the Mac version now. I've already installed Python and I've already downloaded the script, and I've just got those in my documents directory. What's that? Python launcher, we don't need that. Okay, so the first thing is to get the match files. This is the one thing that changes slightly. This is using Firefox, because this is the only browser I know that can save as a text file. Yeah, for right now I don't want to. Okay, so let's go to Ancestry. And it's the same thing, you go to the matches, your matches page. Come on. Okay, why is it? Oh, maybe it's not done loading. Ah, there we go. Wasn't done loading. Things always go a little slower when you're sharing the screen. Yeah, this is like before, you just scroll down until you get all the matches you want. Yeah, yeah. Well, we don't need to do that. Okay, so now we do a save page as normal. Now it's going to go into documents. And now here I got to select, okay, I want it just text files. In Ancestry DNA matches, that's fine. And we go to save. Well, then, now you'll notice it. No, I didn't want to open that. It saved it with an HTML. Okay, come on. Yeah, show all the downloads. Oh, it actually put it in the downloads directory. I thought I told it to. I'm gonna just resave this. I know I can copy it, but oh yeah, there we go. Documents, that's where I wanted it. Text file, save. Okay. Now in Finder, if we go to documents, I'm going to delete this. It is a text file, but it's saved with the HTML extension. So in this case, I've got to rename it. That text. And yep, the use text. Now, if you want, and here you can see I renamed I had already renamed it to just extract.py. It's the same file. And now if you do want, and this would only be for Mac users, you could actually scroll down here where it looks for the text files. Well, you could have it actually look for the HTML files, even though it isn't a text format, but I won't worry about that. For right now, I just rename it as text. And now to run the script, now we'll go into terminal on the Mac. Here we'll do is change directory to documents. And if we ls, that's lists the directory. So there are the files. Now, the only difference here is you have to type in Python 3. The Macs do have a Python version 2. So if you just type in Python, it's going to use the old version of Python. And it won't work. So here you just do Python 3 and then, well, here I just renamed it Textract just to save some typing. Hit enter, and like I said, you get the prompt, and then here it created that matches file. So which is exactly what we need. And now again, we'll go into Family Tree Maker. I've already added in those codes to the people. Come on, yeah. Open the tree. Yeah. And like I said, it gets a little poochy doing the recording and everything. So okay, so now here we'll go into Charting Companion. And basically it's the same. We'll match we'll tell it to use the matches file. The first time we'll have to define the tell it what those headers are. But the only main difference is on Firefox, you have to rename the file extension to a TXT or modify the script so it would look for the HTML file. And then use Python 3 rather than Python. So, okay, we're going to do the DNA matrix. Okay, so here I already loaded up that match file, and it's already, actually, yeah, I gotta redo the columns because I haven't defined them on the Mac version, so. So there's the centimorgans. There's kit 1 and kit 2. And like I said, if you put kit 2, if you'd put kit 2 for this column, kit 1 for that column, it doesn't matter as long as the pair match. That's all that really matters. Hit OK, and then now I'll do the preview. I think charting. Okay, yep. Well, something. Yeah, this is probably a system resource thing again. This isn't the most robust system that I'm using for the Mac, so. I initially did this just, well, occasionally some people do have questions specific to the Mac version, and then I was doing this to help beta test too. Okay, charts, descendants. Likewise, it's going through descendants, finding all the kit facts, and then loading the match file, and then, yep, here we go. So there's the match file again. So, and like I said, so really the only steps are you just download the match file from the Ancestry page, you run the script, and it will generate that file. And then, and likewise, yeah, see now, once I define that, it creates this header file for that file. So as long as I keep that file the same, this header will remain, so I don't have to keep telling it which all the columns are. And if you would want more than one match file, you can just, and you use the same script, all you'd have to do is duplicate this file. And because all it is the file name matches.csv and then header, dot header at the end. So you can duplicate that file too. So are there any questions?
There will be many when we try to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the big thing is yeah, it is a lot of typing, and you have to know where like in terminal how to do it. Like I said, I put it in documents just because it's easy. You just have to remember, like, CD, that's change directory, you give it the directory name. Then as far as matches and that script in the same directory, and then then it's just Python 3 and then that script name. So then that generates and ideally, like I said, you shouldn't get any, like I said, it just comes back with another prompt here. So it basically shouldn't give you anything. If it does display something, that means, well, something went wrong. So, but as long as it saves as a text file, you should be good. Let me yeah, I'm just going back to the and I'm going to just go back to the Windows version. I want to Actually, let's turn on. I suppose I should close down Charting Companion. And then. Okay, let me add genealogy matches. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Yeah, because if you look at this script here, I'm just going to do a search for TXT. Yeah, if you just do a search in this file name global, if for you Mac users, you could change that from a TXT to an HTML, then you wouldn't have to rename the pages you save, but you still do need to use Firefox because it does have to save as a text file. And that's the only browser I know of that does do it. Safari doesn't, Edge doesn't, Chrome doesn't. I haven't tried others, like I know there's Opera, there's other browsers. So there could be other browsers that do it, but Firefox is the one that I know does do it. So, and all you need it to is just load up those Ancestry matches, and then you just keep scrolling down until you get all the ones that you want, and then save. And then you may need to, like here, I did change this one. Like I said, it defaults to 22. You may want to change that if you do want matches lower than 22, because even if you'd save all of them, all 30,000 matches clear down to the 8 or even 6 centimorgans, with that at 22, it will automatically chop off anything lower than 22. So that's the one thing in here that you may need to modify. So, I mean, it's like when I first started, it was like a lot of head scratching, but my biggest thing was just trying to figure out, well, how do I run it? And so I was right clicking, say run with Python, and nope, it's all typing. So, but like I said, if you got that Heirloom Software's DNA Match Manager, which Heirloom Software is not around anymore. I know they did make a Mac version, but I don't know. You can't download it anymore. So, and like I said, that DNA JetCom client still works, but that's a paid service of like $5 a month or $50 a year. So if you got either one of those, I would still use that over this Python script. But this is just another alternative. And then this is easier. It's like, yeah, the normal user probably won't modify this, but if Ancestry ever changes something, maybe John Andrea, who initially did it, he might be willing to modify it. Otherwise, or else, maybe I might be able to modify it, or Pierre, or someone. So no, and I mean it's kind of like an open source type thing. So anyone can modify this, and so. I mean, I do have a programming background. I would have to brush up on Python because I'm not super familiar with it, but you know, it does give greater flexibility for the future. So, or anyone got any questions in general? Or if not, we'll wrap it up, and this will be on YouTube for later viewing in the unofficial YouTube channel, and in the chat and on the events thing, I'll post a link to this recording. So, and likewise, you can also go and see the one last night where I wasn't having, well, I was having different technical problems, especially on the Mac, because I literally got the Mac reloaded like 30 minutes before it started. So so that's why I had meant to spend the day trying to find more reliable ways of taking an HTML file to convert it to the text. And I just didn't have time to do it. So, and if anyone does know a way of doing it, then great, be sure to share it. Because then it's like, not everyone uses Firefox, and obviously this John Andrea does, because he specifically wants his text. There is another Python script. It was written by someone else. Let me go back here. And yeah, the sniff ancestry, and this is on GitHub too. You can just do it. And this does the same thing, only this works with an HTML file. So you just save it as an HTML page. The only thing is this one is a real bear because there's a bunch of other modules you have to install that aren't standard in Python. And it's like if I had difficulty doing this, the average user it's going to be way beyond them. In the Mac version, I never was able to get it to install properly. So, but there is one that does something similar that uses the HTML file. So it is possible to do it. But yeah, if you get adventurous, you could start messing with the sniff ancestry. But like I said, that's a little bit more cumbersome to use. And then this will also only work with one file at a time. Where the other one you can download, you can create the multiple text files, and then I'll create a combined match files. The other one, no, it won't. So it just creates one. So you'd have to, if you've got multiple kits, you'd have to save them and then run them, rename because it always looks for a specific file name, and it's just more tedious to use. So that's why I opted for that extract matches to CSV one. It's just a little bit less pulling your hair out. So.
Well, John, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, if you got any questions, just feel free to post them in the group. And so, yeah. If not, well, take care and enjoy. So, and like I said, this will probably be up on YouTube later today. So, okay, take care, everyone. Yeah, bye.